Hello. I am back again with another drag race video. I will be looking at the stats. How many wins did each queen get? When did they get eliminated? Who was the Snatch Game winner? Miss Congeniality? Who is trade of the season? And who should have won based on stats? And this time around it is Global All-Stars, which was a new and exciting thing that they came up with, where they took one queen from each franchise, well, not all of them, but at least 12 of them, and then put them together to compete. A very exciting premise, and of course it did not fall through. Because when you have 3 Ru girls who are all being judged by RuPaul, who do you think is gonna end up in the top? Well, that being said, it was a very strong cast because almost all the queens were finalists from each of their franchise. The exceptions, of course, being Alyssa Edwards and Tessa Testicle, who actually was 8th place on Germany. Despite this being an all-star season, the rules were actually those of a normal season, where there was one winner each episode and the bottom 2 had to lip sync for their life. So I will be looking at this from the elimination order, just like I do in the videos about the normal seasons, except for the first 2 episodes which did not have any eliminations, and also the LaLaPaRuZa. And as always, I tried to guess who was gonna be in the top 4 before the show even started. And yeah, this would be an easy one. Alyssa Edwards, Queen Kong and Kitty Scott-Claus were all gonna be top 4, of course. The last one I did not know. I thought it was gonna be Pythia, just because she was from Canada's Drag Race, which also has a stronger tie to RuPaul than the other seasons, I guess. Before we get started for real, let's just talk about the first 2 episodes, which were the talent shows when no one went home, which was a very good idea. It was a way to showcase all the queens that many people probably didn't even know. I mean, I only know 4 of them, because I haven't seen all the franchises. I only see the US, the UK, Canada and Down Under. So in the first episode, Queen Kong and Alyssa Edwards won the talent shows. They lip synced for the top 2 and ended up tying, so they both won there. In the next episode, it was Vanity Vane and Eva La Queen, and Vanity ended up winning. Very proud of my Swedish sister, because we will never get a Drag Race franchise here in Denmark. So the first queen to go was Athena Leakes from Belgium. She of course never won any challenges and was only in the bottom 2 once. She was eliminated in episode 3 by Zoe the Muse. I don't necessarily think she should have been in the bottom for the ball. I actually think it should have been Kitty Scott-Claus, who was just safe. But this is when we realized what season this was gonna be. The Ru girls were being favorited and all the other ESL queens were just being tossed aside. It was really sad to see. Miranda Lebrão from Drag Race Brazil, and I'm really sorry if I pronounce any of these names wrong. She never won any challenges and was in the bottom 2 once. She was eliminated in episode 4 by Vanity Vane. I actually really liked Miranda quite quickly. I thought she had a very interesting drag style, and from the edits she was being shown a lot, so I thought for sure she was gonna make it very far. So I was very surprised when she went home in episode 4 already. But I gotta say, I do think her elimination was very fair. She did not do a well job in the girl groups. I know that she has a disease and it's just very unfortunate. Eva La Queen from Drag Race Philippines. She never won any challenges and she was in the bottom 2 once. She was eliminated in episode 5 by LaLaPaRuZa. Another queen I was very excited for. Her runways were just amazing. They usually have exquisite runways on Philippines. It's crazy. And also a queen I thought was gonna make it very far. Also because of the edit, but also because she was in the top 2 in the talent show. But I also gotta say her elimination was very fair. She definitely did the worst in the acting challenge. If there was a bottom 1, she would probably have been it. Zoe the Muse from Drag Race France. She also never won any challenges and was in the bottom 2 twice. She was eliminated in episode 6, also by LaLaPaRuZa. She did win the LaLaPaRuZa, and she also won Miss Congeniality, even though they didn't call it that, but let's be honest, that's what it was. Now, this episode was not great for a lot of the queens. It was an interesting premise that they had to make a dress from scraps by the other queens' materials that they brought from home, but a lot of them just really fell short, so it could have gone to anyone, to be honest. So I don't really have much to say about her elimination. Galavaro from Drag Race Mexico. She also never won any challenges and was in the bottom 3 times and in a row. She was sent home in episode 7 by Vanity Vane. A very fierce lip sync performer, that's for sure, but she did fall short in Snatch Game. I mean, again, a lot of the queens did, cause it's not really fair to have that many ESL queens do that kind of stuff. Shame on you producers. Perfia from Canada's Drag Race. She won one challenge and was in the bottom 2 once and was eliminated in episode 8, also by Vanity Vane. Perfia, my queen, I was so happy to see her again. I actually really wanted her to win Canada's Drag Race Season 2, but yeah, that didn't happen unfortunately, so I was so excited to see her back. And she even won the ball. I was so happy and was like, yes, she's gonna make it all the way. But then the roast happened. Oh, and I was so sad because I really thought the bottom 2 was gonna be Vanity and Tessa. And I knew as soon as she was lip syncing that it was over, and I was so sad. I'm really gonna miss her. I hope they do a Canada's Drag Race All-Stars or something that she can win, just like Lemon did. Vanity Vane from Drag Race Sweden. She won one challenge and was in the bottom 4 times. Also 3 times in a row, just like Gala. She was eliminated in episode 9 by Kitty Scott-Claus. Another very strong lip sync performer. She did have some hit and misses in the challenges, but also some of them she were being unfairly treated, I would say. But yeah, I really was proud of her, and I know she was very hard on herself on some of the challenges that she did, like the roast for example, and I hope that she can see how big of a star she is, because she truly is. Tessa Testicle from Drag Race Germany, even though she lives in Switzerland. She won one challenge and was in the bottom 2 once. She was eliminated in episode 10 by Queen Kong. Now, I'm not being shady here, but why was she the one being chosen for this when almost all the others were finalists? She was low a lot, especially at the end. I did really enjoy her in this season. She was very funny. She always had something shady to say, and she had a really great relationship with Lisa. That was great to see. She is also gonna be the trade of the season. It was sad to see her just lose her first lip sync, both here and in the LaLaPaRuZa, because she did win 3 of them on her original season. Now, before we get to the top 4, it was the LaLaPaRuZa episode, which Soa of course won at the end against Galavaro. I'm not gonna go into depth about what happened in each lip sync, but I do think it was quite fair at the end. Some of the lip syncs were a little rigged, but I think Soa deserved it at the end. Nilenia from Drag Race Italy Season 2. She won one challenge and was never in the bottom 2. She has actually never placed below safe in either of her seasons. Very well done. She made it all the way to the top 4 this season. And I was very surprised that she was not caught at a top 3 or something, because I definitely think they were gonna do that. Kitty Scott-Claus from UK Season 3. She won 3 challenges and was in the bottom 2 once. She of course made it to the top 4, being a Ru girl, because I am not sure that every single one of her wins were justified. But I do actually think she could have won the There Is No Place Like Home challenge. Kitty is also this Snatch Game winner. Queen Kong from Down Under Season 2. She also won 3 challenges and was also in the bottom 2 once. And she also made it to the top 4 being a Ru girl. No surprise there. I don't think she should have won the acting challenge. I think their team didn't do the worst, but it was just not funny. It was a bad episode. But I do think she could have won the makeover. I'm really sorry, Nilenia, but I actually do think she did a better job with the makeup. Alyssa Edwards from the US, Season 5 All-Stars 2 Texas Mesquite. She won 2 challenges and was never in the bottom for the first time ever. Alyssa, the meme queen herself. It was amazing that we got to see her again. It was no surprise that she was gonna end up in the top 4 and even winning this season. Like, as soon as I saw that she was gonna be on here, I knew she was gonna win. There was no doubt in my mind. I was being downvoted on Reddit for saying that, I'm just saying, but I was right. Alyssa Edwards of course won this season and $200,000. Yeah, no wonder the most rich and famous queen won this season. Now that we have seen all the stats, who should really have won based on them? In this season it's very hard to say, because Kitty and Queen both had 3 wins, but they also both lip synced once. Alyssa had 2 wins and never lip synced. So in that way it's kind of a 3-way tie. Very smart by the producer by putting both Kitty and Queen in the bottom 2 once, so that Alyssa didn't have to catch up to their 3 wins. So I think it's gonna be a 3-way tie, and that any of 3 of them could really have won. So yeah, congratulations to Alyssa. Alright, now let's see how I did. I did get 3 out of 4, which was very easy. Perfia, it could have been her. I don't know. I would never have guessed who the last queen could have been, because I didn't know them, and how would they even choose that? This season was a mess. It was a missed opportunity to show a lot of great drag from other franchises, which was not RuGirls, and they crowned themselves. Like, RuPaul crowned an American queen and said she was perfection. It feels like this meme, like with RuPaul crowning Eliza. It feels like America crowning America. I don't have anything else to say. I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and maybe I'll see you another time. Bye bye!